Hello, this is Dave here with another installment. Bruce tells me I've disabled my comment deal, whatever this thing. I'll get my son to look at it. I didn't know I did that. I might have pushed the wrong button or something. I don't know. Over the years, I've out of necessity, I've self-taught TV repair, VCR stereos, cars. But this stuff is all, well, it's Greek to me. You know, I'm learning slowly, but I never had much use for it before. Maybe some of you wish I had no use for it now, but anyways, your washer and dryer need fixing, I can do that. Long distance, that kind of stuff. But this stuff I'll catch on. Anyways, my son, I phoned him, he said he'd show up and try and straighten this out for me. But I'll try and stick to one thing today, or kind of a. Over the years, all kinds of, like I said, it just keeps happening. You'll find out the ones that don't. You knew it. They'll do everything. They'll once the body is screwed, they'll screw with the mind. Simple as that. And they'll come from every direction on you. They'll hit you from everywhere, and they'll have people helping them. So like I said, social services causing me nothing but grief. And I'll go to that one right now. I got my file, I think it was 2002, November, something like that. And in this, every year social services wants you to go in for, so they can see how much you don't have, you know. Everybody needs a laugh once in a while, you know, like, do I have a $300 car, or do I have a $600 car, or, you know. Anyways, I took my file and I was talking to my new worker. They give me, for a while they were giving me like 2 different workers every year, you know. But I got this new worker and she asked me if I'd bring it in, you know. Because I was asking her about workers' comp and stuff and how come my file ended up in their hands. And so she said bring it in. I brought it in. You have to be there. Like some of you might have already known this or found out if you showed your information to somebody. But her eyes bulged out of her head, and she couldn't believe what she was reading. She said that. I can't believe they're doing it. I said, well, that's there. You know, you're reading this, Jeff. It's letterheads and signatures. What more could you ask for? And she said, is anybody helping you with this? And I said, no. Whenever anybody seems to need any money from the government, they help me. I never get anywhere with it, but they all seem to do good afterwards. Advocates, politicians, anybody who feigns to be interested, you know, maybe they need a new trip to Vegas or a new car or something. I'm sure, like the lawyer told me, they'll spend lots to see I don't get mine, and so on and so forth. 10 million, he said, they'll spend. Well, they must be up around 5 or 6 by now. They're far from done with me. But anyway, she wanted copies of this file, of what I took her. I took her a couple dozen pages. Like, I got lots, but I took her a couple dozen pages, and she even compared the original to the original altered, and she couldn't believe they would do something like that. And I told her, believe it. I mean, there it is. So she copied it. Right after that, I got a new worker immediately. Within a couple of weeks, I had a new worker, and he was a son. I needed a washer and dryer. My kids were coming to visit me for the summer, and I was washing my clothes. You know, I was washing them in the bathtub and that kind of, you know. They said they'd pay for a washer and dryer for me, a used set, which was all right. You know, beggars can't be choosers. Well, they told me to phone one day just before the kids came. They told me to phone at 1 o'clock that afternoon. Well, I phoned them, and they changed their minds. So 3 or 4 days later, this woman shows up at my door. My kids are just got there, and I'm washing clothes. They're hanging all over the house on coat hangers and things like that. And she wanted to come in and look at my washer and dryer, the old set that quit working, that wore right out. And I told her to get lost. I don't need any more of this crap from you people. She was told a week earlier to come and see me. So I said, well, that's too late, because I said 3 days ago they told me they were just not interested in paying for them. They wouldn't tell me why. They just wouldn't. And you know, you hate to ask, but I mean, the kids are coming to visit. You got no money. They're supposed to give me $5.33 a day per child. That's supposed to cover everything: transportation, food, clothing, everything. Well, they wouldn't give me that. They wouldn't say why. Computer glitch, I finally was told. The same guy, and he was arrogant about it. He wasn't nice at all. Yeah, I got his name in my file. That I kept. I didn't look it up today, but a son of a bitch. Just a pure, sick, little, twisted piece of shit. He should go out and get a man's job. Get a real job. If I ran things for a while in this country, nobody gets a government job. Nobody. Period. Unless they do 2 years at a hard trade. And I wouldn't ask any of them to do what I've never had to do, like the things I've had to do in the past, potash mine, hard work, steel, working with steel. But I don't give a shit who you are. You're going to do it, or you're just not going to get that cushy government job. Simple as that. But that's just a fantasy. That's a dream. 2 years. Then when you go to get that nice cushy job, you'll have a better understanding of what people do in this country to build it. Anyways, I wanted to cover that a little bit because, and I wanted Bruce to know that I didn't knowingly turn off the comment deal, however that works. I must have done something stupid. That's normal for me lately, though. But I think on the next, I'm trying to do this thing on the media. I got a whole pile of stuff over the years, like the disclosure with Wendy Mesley years ago, Teresa Charpentier with the Voice of the Blue Rose. See, they were going to come and talk to me. This was about 6-7 years ago. Disclosure was going to come and see me. And Wendy Mesley. And Teresa says she'd do it. Don't do it, Dave. She says, you're not a good enough speaker. And maybe she's right. And everybody else is thinking, oh, this is wrong. I mean, who cares if I'm a good enough speaker? I don't care if I'm articulate or not. Use the right words. Anyways, I waited and waited, and other people, well, when is she doing it? When is she doing it? So I phoned her one day. It was about 2 or 3 weeks after this was supposed to happen, and I wanted to know, actually, when I phoned, when is the show going to be on the air? Because I thought she'd already done it, you see. Oh, I was too busy. Well, I'll tell you, there you go. Too busy to get national coverage for injured workers. And I told her, don't just talk about me, do it for everybody. She got too busy. She doesn't really know what happened at the time, but she was too busy to get national coverage. And she was the one that told us previously that that's the best thing that could happen for us. So the writing was on the wall. She already turned on us. She got her 30 pieces of silver. Yeah. Anyways, that's enough for today, I guess. Again, I forgot to mark the time. I'm terrible. I don't have anybody here helping me, so hopefully this will get on. Anyways, those bullets are, well, they're directed at me. Right now, they don't like what I'm doing, so they're definitely directed at me, but I got my vest on. Talk to you later.